Sure. Yeah, that he could do like not physical. He could do like monetary things. But what I was getting was the physical thing. So I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
what could you? You still got a lot to learn.
Are you watching this? Are you watching this? Yeah. Are you watching this? No. You need to get with it. Are you watching this? We on a TV shit. Are you watching this? You don't wanna miss. Are you watching this? Stop canceling our shit.
Welcome to the Are You Watching This podcast? I'm one of your hosts, Chelsea.
And I'm Ellen, and I'm proud of Chelsea for getting that right.
It took me a second, how to regroup, but we got there. Ellen, what have you been watching?
I haven't been watching much, but I did watch Your Friends and Neighbors, the Apple TV Plus show.
Uh-huh.
John Hamm. Have you watched it?
Uh-huh.
Positive, negative.
Yes, very, yeah. How did you feel about it?
I feel about the same because I couldn't get through the first episode.
I watched both.
Okay.
Because I was like, okay, I don't know, maybe it's just the first episode, setting everything up. I do not understand who the audience is. Like,
Thank you.
It felt like to me that they were going for that like 2010s-ish think piece movie that's like just following around some upper middle class white dude and showing that like life is more complex than it seems, but it's not translating for me personally.
No, neither. I agree. It felt like, I don't like they expect, maybe they thought it felt like their audience is dumb.
And for Apple TV too, because yes, they've had some shows that I don't love and they fall a little flat, but they're usually pretty unique stories. They've, you know, this one, I'm like, damn, I don't know.
No,
not for me at least.
Not for me either. Maybe it was like a favor. Maybe it was like a personal project that somebody listen, they just greenlit it because maybe they paid Apple TV enough for them to put it on there. I don't know, but yeah, it didn't feel fresh or it was no.
I don't know if it was in the first episode. And if you didn't finish the first, you might not even gotten to it if it was. They used CGI to like de-age.
Yes, him.
It looked so bad.
So bad. At first too, I was like, wait, like, is this what they're trying to do? Because they didn't even try to do what they're trying to do, you know?
I know. And because this week I rewatched Hacks to refresh my memory, and they do, they have videos of young Deborah, and it's not even CGI. I think what they do is they take like an actress that looked like her a lot and then kind of like make a composite. So, it doesn't look exactly like her, just like a younger woman. Yes. That's how you do it, not whatever they were doing.
No, they just straight up CGI'd his face.
So
and
bad.
It was like so smooth. I hated it. And it sucks because we did have a young John Hamm on TV. So we know what he looked like. You're not, it was terrible. It was terrible. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And that's probably why I couldn't get past the first episode.
I might watch the third just to see. If I'm not feeling the third though, I'm not even going to finish the episode. But
okay.
I did know, I was like, I did not like the show. Watch me love it like The Pit though, where although I didn't have anything really negative to say about The Pit, I just didn't feel like it was a shining star at the time.
Yeah, I get you. So. And this show could but The Pit didn't have well-known actors, but the thing with this show, it has a great cast. I'm really shocked that they all signed on for it, especially because I feel like all of them, like Olivia Munn, Amanda Peet, they haven't been on a TV show too in a while, so you'd think the next thing they signed on for was gonna be, I don't know, worthwhile. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe it'll go somewhere we don't expect. I'll watch maybe the first 5, but I'll wait for them to drop.
Yeah, I'm not going out of my way, that's for sure.
No, yeah, same here.
Very
Same.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
I give a big old thumbs down.
I agree. What have you been watching?
Okay, so I am almost done with season 1 of ER. I have like 2 more episodes, I think.
Okay.
I got distracted though while Drake was out of town. So
Mhm.
I was listening to the Trixie and Katya's podcast, The Bold and the Beautiful, and Trixie was talking about how they were watching The Curious Case of Natalia Grace, which is the story that Good American Family is based off, but it's like an
Yes.
actual documentary series. It has like
Okay,
3
yeah.
seasons.
Yeah.
So I watched that, and
Okay.
it's wild. The whole
Mhm.
story. The series itself, where they're actually interviewing the people involved, the first season's pretty good. The second season, it's like they ran out of material halfway through. They
Okay.
kind of just keep showing the same footage over and over again and retelling the same story. It's a little
Okay.
odd, but they bring the Natalia Grace in, and then there's a third season too, and I've started watching that one, but I'm not going to finish it.
Why are there so many seasons?
I don't know. Well, so the first one is telling the story, and like the adoptive dad is talking about it. In the second season, it's more or less retelling the story, but it's from Natalia's perspective. She's the one that's being
Okay.
interviewed. And then in the
Okay.
third season, she's with a third family because
Mm.
she was with the adoptive family that abused her. Then she
Yeah.
went over to another family who now she said also was abusing her, but that's who she was staying with in season 2. And so now she's with a third family. And so
Dang.
I know. Yeah. It's kind of messy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why do they keep abusing? Okay. I might watch it.
I would. I didn't finish season 2 and I didn't finish season 3. I just watched enough to like get the gist of what was going on.
Yeah.
I did though, because I watched that. I was like, I want to check out this Good American Family show because
Yeah.
I want to see how they adapted this story.
Mm-hmm.
It is not good. It's exactly what we were thinking.
Okay.
I mean, I watched all the episodes that are out so far, but
yeah.
I think they were trying to do the act, right? Have that kind of
Mhm.
same, but it's not working.
I heard that they're not even portraying it right, though. Is that true?
Yeah,
Like it's kind of
sort of.
disrespectful to Natalia.
Yes, it's actually very disrespectful to her.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
God.
did her dirty. They did her real
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Okay. Dang. That sucks. That really sucks.
Now, they, I think, are doing a great job portraying the parents.
Okay.
Maybe they're giving the dad a little bit too much credit, but is it Mark? Mark,
Duplass.
yeah, he's the one that's
Yeah.
playing the dad, right?
Yeah.
He seems like such a weird. He's acting really weird, but in the interviews with this dad, he is such a weirdo. Like you clock it from the first episode of season 1 of the Curious Case of Natalia Grace that he's just fucking crazy. So they're at least kind of portraying that part right.
Okay. And then I hear Ellen Pompeo's character, the mom, right? She's fucking crazy too.
Yeah, and I think she's a sociopath, like in real life, and I think that's what she's kind of portraying because she's so like she doesn't have any emotions. Like she has no. I don't know. She's very flat, and you don't really see her. She's not part of the docu-series, but you see old videos and hear voice messages from her, and so you get the feel of what she was like.
Okay, that's funny. Okay, so more so yes to the docu-series than yes to the Good American Family. Okay, got it.
I would say if you do watch the docu-series and you're curious, you would probably find it interesting just to watch like the first episode of the Good American Family, just to kind of see how they're adapting it and see how dirty they did Natalia.
Okay. Hopefully I find some time to watch it.
Don't go out of your way though.
Okay, fair. Yeah. I do have a backed up list right now, so if anything, it'll be end of the month or something, or next month.
Did you watch anything else?
I just wasn't in the mood. I put on Hacks. I watched I didn't know they dropped 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched the first, but I need to rewatch it. But you watched it? Yeah. Liking it? Like the way they started off?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
very much so.
Good. Yeah, that's the vibe I did get too. I need to rewatch it. I was tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna rewatch it with Drake because he was out of town. And I just wrote I really liked it, but obviously since we're gonna do a recap, kind of just be like, yeah, I watched it up to speed, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. What did I want to ask? With the second episode, did they leave it like this is the journey we're going to go to? Like, do you know where they're going for the season with how they left it in the second episode?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay. Or was it like a problem giving in the beginning of the episode and it was like fixed or it was concluded?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like there was a episode problem, but then they're also kind of setting up this is going to be the overall issue, or the theme of the rest of the season.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm excited.
Did you watch the pit finale?
I did.
Okay. Yeah.
I did. Did you?
I loved it. I thought it was so good, especially for a season finale. I thought that was just a classic.
Ending. Yeah, I love it too. Yeah, I really loved it. Honestly, great season with how they ended it. Like if they were to just leave it with season 1, I would say it was a perfect season.
Yes. Yeah. I love that it's coming back in January too. So they're pretty much, I think they're guaranteeing themselves a very strong fan base because they're doing the 15 episodes, so they're doing a lot of episodes and they're making sure that they're coming out quickly.
Yeah. So we're not waiting for a long time. Yeah.
And that's what people want these days.
Yeah. That's what we like. Let's get back to real primetime TV. Like that's what we've been missing for so long. I know the streamers came out and changed everything, but it's an episodic release, a weekly release, and long seasons, and every year is amazing. And I don't think we've had a drama like that in a while. I know Abbott started that back up with comedy because they have 22, 24 long seasons every week and stuff. But with the drama, I really cannot think of one, honestly.
When the House of Dragons came out, people were pretty wrapped up in that for the first little bit. But other than that, yeah, I think you're right. Especially, I think if anything, especially with me, the fan base grew as the season went on versus I think with House of Dragon, it kind of petered off.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And House of Dragons is 8, episode 10, 12. Like it wasn't,
maybe even just 6. It was so short.
Yeah. And I didn't like it that much, honestly.
Neither.
It wasn't for me.
I will say
I like it.
The park scene, I love the park scene because I liked being able to see the characters outside of the ER.
Yeah.
Some of the lines were a little cheesy, but I still very much liked the camaraderie in that scene, and I thought it was a good way to end the episode and the season.
I agree. I'm excited to have them back on our screen. It's like they're normal. I mean, I like having normal characters. It's not like fantastical or fantasy, or they're just everyday human beings with flaws and all. And it's really, and then there's layers to it. Like I also did like that with that park scene. We did get to see a different layer to each character too, with what was revealed about them, whether with their bodies or stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we could really get into talking about the pit. Maybe we'll review season 2.
I think we should. I think we should review season 2.
Yeah,
that's in January. Yeah, that's in January. We got. Why not? What else is gonna?
Yeah.
I'm sure nothing else will be coming out that we'll want to review.
Yeah. Definitely not gonna do Severance. So.
and it's not going to be out in January. So
Yeah, true. It came back February this year, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
I think that was a really good point that you made, though, about the characters just feeling very realistic, because even with Hacks, like I love Ava's character and I love Deborah's character, but they are very much dramatized versions of these
Yeah.
types of people, like
Yeah.
comedy writers and comedians and all that kind of stuff. So those characters in the pit very much do feel like somebody you would meet if you had to go to the ER.
Exactly. Yeah. It's just such a great show. And I don't know about you. Have you ever been to an emergency room? Like, have you ever
Mm-hmm.
gone to the ER? And was your wait time pretty long?
Uh-uh.
Oh, really?
Uh-uh.
Oh, wow. That's really nice.
Well, okay, so I'll take that back. I personally have
Yeah.
not, but I've had to go, like, because Drake got his finger bit off one time, and so I
Oh,
had to
shit.
go, and so I feel like that was probably pretty high up on the list of things that they were going to
Yeah.
attend to. So the times that
Yeah.
I've had to go to the ER or like to see somebody or with somebody, it's
Yeah.
usually for something pretty important. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, the
Fair
wait times aren't
enough.
very long. Have
Okay.
you had to wait for a long time in the ER?
Yeah, I have. And I feel like that is most people's complaint about America's ER system. Like, all of this, and first of all, you got to pay up your, like, it's a lot of money and you got to wait for so long. I I guess when I'm like with the pit, it's for me it's such a good show because it does show the patients waiting are so frustrated, and that I think that's so real because I felt that way before. But then you get to see the behind the scenes of how hard the doctors are working, and you're just like, oh fuck, like it makes you feel like it accurately makes you feel bad as you should, but
Mm-hmm.
then also accurately portrays both sides of, like, you being in the ER. Like, you wouldn't show up to the ER if nothing was wrong with you, really,
Mm-hmm.
even though one or two people might. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think it's a good commentary on because the ER waits are very long, and they
Hmm.
kind of showed this in the show, and I wonder if at some point they'll emphasize it a little bit more. Like, people come in because they don't have health insurance
Hmm.
for very small things, because they don't have a primary care physician, they don't have, and so if people had access to affordable slash free health care, they wouldn't
Hmm.
have to go to the ER for all these things. And that ultimately people who use the ER regularly because of that reason, that's why insurance and other things are so expensive, is because they can't pay. And so
Yeah.
it's this very terrible, vicious cycle.
Yeah. Of the healthcare system in America. Yeah.
With a pretty, I don't want to say easy fix, but something that would help a lot that
Yeah.
we could do. Very,
Yeah, I agree.
with just some slight changes. But
Yeah. Who are we? Who are we to
we're just two girls, and what do we know except how to watch TV?
and make a podcast?
Yeah, we're seeing if we know how to do that. We're testing that one out.
Yeah, true.
Oh, um,
What else have you been watching?
that was it for me. Again, it was a lot of ER and a lot of investigating Natalia Grace. So
Okay.
yeah,
Wait, you didn't watch The Last of Us?
no, not yet.
Okay.
Because we had friends in town this weekend. I don't know why I'm explaining to you why I didn't watch it, but here we
It's
are.
okay.
We had friends in town this weekend, and on Sunday Drake played a show, and so we didn't get to catch up on everything on the weekend like we normally do. And so then yesterday when we started to get catch up, the last thing we wanted to do, which was watch The Last of Us, because it was going to be so intense and heavy. So I
Yeah.
think we're going to watch it tonight.
Okay. Nice. I'm
Did you
gonna
watch it?
try.
Oh, you
No.
haven't.
I'm gonna try and watch that too. Yeah. Hopefully. I did watch. Well, I watched this a while back, and I realized I didn't comment on it. Have you ever watched Survival of the Thickest on Netflix?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I watched season 1. I liked it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was like a, what's it called? A perspective of like a narrator we haven't seen have be a main character on TV before. And it was great. And then season 2 came out, and I attempted to watch that. Sorry. I attempted to watch that, and I feel like season 2 was very corny.
Okay.
So that's my review of that show.
Okay. I did
Season.
I did see season 2 came out, and I had heard that season 1 was good, so I was thinking about watching it, but I did not get to.
I've got to, yeah. I mean, season 1's great. Season 2 kind of dropped the ball for me, but hey, if listeners out there have a different opinion, please let me know. But yeah, if you want to know my opinion, not worth watching.
I did try to watch that Pop the Balloon on
Ah,
Netflix,
yes.
but whenever I kept trying to click on it, it said there was an error to watch it, and even when I was trying to watch like the John Mulaney thing, so I wonder if
Hmm.
for whatever reason on my end, the live content, I just couldn't access to it like after. I haven't
Yeah.
checked since then to see if I can watch it now. So, but I was like, you know what?
Okay.
I think that's my sign to watch more ER instead.
At least get through the first season. I'm impressed though. Like, truly, you're almost done with the first season. That's impressive.
Yeah, and I am gonna watch season 2, or I'm gonna start it because I think what I'm really gonna enjoy is seeing the progress of the show.
Yeah.
I don't like George Clooney's character.
Mm.
He's so mean to the parents. He's like a peds ER doctor, and he's
Oh.
like always yelling at all the parents. He's like, "Why don't you get their medicine?" And I'm like, "Obviously, you can tell that they're struggling with money. Okay, just look at them. Don't yell at
Yeah.
your patients because they don't have money." It's things
Yeah.
like that. And
Yeah.
one of the characters is getting divorced, which I called that episode 1. So I'm just curious to see how these characters change.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. But so far you're liking it?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
I kind of do put it on in the background sometimes because
Yeah.
some of the episodes are repetitive.
Okay.
Gunshot wound comes in, they send him up to OR. Somebody comes in with a head wound, send him for a CT.
Well, you're disrespecting medical dramas just a little bit, and I don't like it.
I'm just
It's
saying
amazing.
it's formulaic though, so I just
It
you
is.
can put it on the
Yeah.
background for a little bit and then tune in and be like, oh cool, got it, and then
Yeah. They're kind of like procedurals in that way,
mm-hmm,
but I guess with more like character development with the characters around,
mm-hmm.
the main characters around. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel you. Well, yeah, that's all I had.
All right. Well, then, do you have any nominations for your consideration?
I don't. I couldn't think of anything.
I just threw up Hacks for best comedy because I know that I'm gonna nominate it anyway. I just know I'm going to,
Yeah.
but I definitely know I want to nominate either maybe Paul W. Downs for writing, but I need
Yeah.
to need to see the whole season. Maybe Hannah Einbinder for best supporting. Well, do you think she's the supporting actor? How does
Yeah, she's a supporting actor.
okay, then yeah,
Yeah, I
supporting
think
actor.
so.
But again, need to see more of the season
Has
before.
she ever been nominated?
I don't know actually, and I was just on her Wikipedia page yesterday, and I did not check. But I know that
Wow.
Paul W. Downs did win an
Yes.
Emmy, so he's won something for it.
Yeah, he's one of the creators, huh? It's
And
pretty
on
cool.
Broad City, or he's one of the writers on Broad City.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, no way. Creative.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
which
funny.
I loved his character in Broad City.
Yeah, I did too. I had a question about hacks. Oh, you just said her name that you wanted the supporting actress. What's her name? No,
Hannah
Hannah.
Einbinder. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Have you watched her stand up on HBO?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like it?
I did, but it was not a stand up. So it was a one woman show. Did you watch it?
No, but I haven't heard
Okay.
great things.
Yeah. You haven't heard good things?
No.
Oh.
That's like the one woman show bit took me out.
Because
one
it
woman
like
show, explain, please.
it's not a stand up. It is a one woman show where there are jokes, but they aren't connected like a stand up special usually is. And there's a lot of physical comedy, but it's where she's actually physically acting, if that makes sense, instead of
Yeah.
kind of doing something to punch up a joke. It is to
Okay.
like part of the joke is her acting. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
Is she her or is she a different character?
She is her. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. What would you a 7, a 7.5, an 8 out of 10, like lower 6?
I would give it 8 to maybe 8.5 because it was funny and it
Oh.
was very clever and smart.
Okay.
But if I'm rating it for a stand-up special, then probably
Yeah.
a 7 because again, it's like kind of missed the assignment there because
Yeah.
it doesn't really meet the qualifications for that.
Criterias. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Good to know. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to think who told me it wasn't great. But I feel like it was an opinion I trusted. But I can't remember who it was, so who knows? Maybe I'll check it out. Because I've always wanted to check it out, but I got scared when I heard that one review.
I don't think, I mean, it's only an hour. I don't think it's going to turn you off to her or like hacks or anything like that.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I just, it might not meet your standards because the humor is a little different than hacks. And so it could be where that part just doesn't connect to you. If I am remembering correctly, it feels like a lot of it is white women privilege comedy, which she does not shy from in hacks, like that's kind of part of the whole thing. So,
yeah.
But.
Okay. Maybe I'll check it out. We'll see.
Yeah, if you do, let me know.
Stand up in a while, but it's not a stand up, but
yeah. I love stand-ups. They're so good.
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
Although, yeah, if they're good, then they're good.
Yeah.
Are you ready to get into today's main topic?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So this week we're going to talk about TV theme songs. And what I did is I just made another Excel spreadsheet and I have 22.
Jeez.
Yeah. But I just wrote down ones that popped in my head. I'm like, what theme songs can I hear in my head?
And you heard 22?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can you not hear 22?
I got 7. And that was me really. I got 4 really easy. And then the other three, I was like, oh, come on. Yeah.
Wow, and then I'm planning on going through them by year.
Okay.
Are yours more recent shows?
No, okay. Mine are all over the place, so I could just insert one, or I could co-sign.
Yes. Yeah. So let me know whenever. Interrupt me. Interject. Okay. You know how it goes. Same as we always do.
Yeah.
So what I found, or what the time-wise, the oldest one that popped in my head was the NBC Chimes. So that's not technically like a TV theme song, but it's TV as a network. So the 3 little that they play at the beginning of all their shows, and it's on 30 Rock a lot too because it's set in NBC.
I know we're making up the rules, but I feel like that's cheating. I'll be the first to say it. Okay.
But okay, so we'll take it off. I got 21 then. But it is something that's so, at least to me, very recognizable.
Yes, it's iconic. I agree.
Yeah. And I just, it came out in 1927, released. It was a #1 single.
Dang. Okay.
And it did start out as a 7-tone chime, and they shortened it at some point to 3-tone. Okay. With 3 notes. And I got 2 fun facts about it. One's kind of folklore. Nobody was saying it was actually true, but it could be. That the notes are GEC and that it stands for the General Electric Company.
Okay.
That's probably just a coincidence. But
yeah, I think so too. That's a fun one. That's a fun coincidence.
Yeah. And now I'll forever remember what the notes are.
Yeah, me too.
And it was also the first audio service mark issued by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And that was in 1950s, so it was a little bit later, but
yeah.
Yep.
That's really cool.
The next one that I have is the Jetsons.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
That was in 1962, and it was written by Hoyt Curtin. And I don't really have any other super fun facts about it. I did start going on to a deep dive of Hanna-Barbera, which is the company that created the Jetsons and the other Tom and Jerry and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know one whole. Was it a production company?
Yeah, Hanna-Barbera.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
They did. Drake was talking about some of these shows, and I was like, I've never heard. They're very weird names. One of them's
Mhm.
like Pip. Oh, I'd have to ask him because it was the one that he kept remembering. Penelope Pinwheel or something like that. I don't know. I should have written these down
Mm.
because they were so weird. But I
Yeah.
did find one that Hanna-Barbera also created, which was called the Cattanoogas, which was truly just 100% a play on the word Chattanooga. But the show has nothing to do with it. It's just the name was a play on the word.
And did it involve cats?
Yes.
Okay, that's funny. Very on the
Yeah.
nose.
Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I then have the Brady Bunch theme song.
Yeah. I would say.
And it was the creator who Sherwood Shorts and another creator, Frank Duvall. They were the ones that wrote it. Sherwood Schwartz did the lyrics, and he also wrote the lyrics to Gilligan Island, who he was also the creator of.
Wow, that's cool.
And that was written in 1969.
Okay.
And who sings it? So they had a band sing it for the pilot. They had another group of kids to sing it for the first season, and then by the second season, it was the actual cast of kids that sang it from that season on.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because I tried to find out who sang the Jetsons song, but I could not find the singer.
Who it was?
Mm-hmm.
That's weird. I feel like that's. I don't know. I feel like it's a. What's it called? Well, not. It's recorded who sings theme songs, so that's weird that they lost that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I could not find it. So that was in 1969, and I guess I just don't know any shows from the 70s because I jumped to Full House, which was 1987.
Okay, that's fine.
Do you have any other shows like around then?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
So Full House, the song title is Everywhere You Look, and it was written by Jesse Frederick and Bennett Salve, and it was sung by Jesse Frederick. And I believe, I didn't write this down, but it was written for the show. Like most of these theme songs were actually specifically written for these shows.
Okay, yeah.
Not just
a song and then gets put in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Then another one that popped in my head. This one actually is, yeah. Cops.
Oh, what's that theme? What's that theme song?
Bad Boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't
Still
remember
to this
that?
day? Mm-mm. Still to this day?
I haven't watched Cops in a very long time, so.
But yeah, I guess that makes sense. Oh, I don't remember that at all.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
It's because it's one that's like, I don't know. I feel like I probably reference that song at least once a year for some reason.
Like, I think everybody in the world knows that song. And I'm being very whatever, but I really do think it's that well known.
Yeah.
But I don't tie it to Cops at all.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. Okay. That was also 1987, and it was by Inner Circle, which was a group. Okay. And that one was not specifically for that show. So
okay. It was a song, and then they just put it in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Then I have The Simpsons. That was in 1989. And one of the main reasons that I also remember this theme song is because Danny Elfman was a composer.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny Elfman works with Tim Burton a lot. So he does a lot of the music for Edward Scissorhands. And he did some for The Nightmare Before Christmas, and he sings some of it. Danny Elfman is an amazing composer. He was in a band called Oingo Boingo. And he's a very strange man.
I believe it.
He looks very weird. He makes strange music, but he's an amazing composer. And I think it's funny too.
Elfman. Oh, wow. He is a strange looking man, but he kind of fits what he's about, what he's made. That makes sense.
So this is out of order, but he also did the Desperate Housewives theme song.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Also, he did Wednesday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which that's a Tim Burton project, so that kind of makes sense. And I think he did Beetlejuice. Like, I mean, he's really, really, really good. And I think his sound is pretty distinct, but he can branch out because again, The Simpsons is a little different. Desperate Housewives is a little different.
Yeah. Do you think the hair is real? The hair color?
Oh, hair color, no.
Okay.
Okay. Right?
Yeah, I don't think so either.
It's like a pretty bright orange yellow color.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I like it. He chose a look, and that's his look.
Mm-hmm. And it's a look.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's funny. Wow.
Okay. Then we're moving on to the 90s.
Okay.
We got The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
1990.
Iconic,
the song title is Yo, Home to Bel-Air, which honestly, I probably would have said that the song title was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but
yeah, I agree.
It was specifically written for the show, and it was written by where did I go? Will Smith, and performed by DJ Jazzy Jeff and The Fresh Prince. So that's when he was going by The Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Quincy Jones, aka Rashida Jones's dad, was the series composer and producer.
Yeah, I did know that.
I did not know that. I also feel like we talk about Rashida Jones a lot on this show. Or
yeah,
I do at least.
No, me too. I mean, she's great. She's great. And it's funny that you referred to her iconic father. I've been saying iconic a lot.
Yeah.
But that's funny.
But I mean, you do have to think, like, for me, I didn't know who Quincy Jones was 100%. That's like a name that you just hear in media or entertainment all the time. And I knew what he looked like. But when I found out that it was Rashida Jones' dad, I just never forgot that.
Yeah.
It just stuck in my head.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I get you.
We also have the X-Files theme song.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have. Okay.
I feel like that's also because it's used so much whenever people are talking about aliens, and then
Yeah.
To me, it's always associated with that. That was in 1993, and it was written by Mark Snow. And that was, some of these were not. I was really hoping there'd be a lot more fun facts about some of these, and there was not.
It's just that's okay. Mm-hmm. Was it written for the show, you said, or it was just?
Yes, yeah, because it's almost kind of like the NBC chime. It's
yeah.
Then we have Friends.
Singing some of these, but it's okay. Oh, maybe we'll start singing them when we get to late 90s. 2000. I'm definitely going to sing some. Not going to lie.
Help yourself. I cannot sing to save my life, so I will keep that to myself.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have the Friends theme song, which was 1995. Do you know who sings that?
I feel like I do, but I don't remember.
It's the Rembrandts.
Yes.
The title is I'll Be There For You. It was created specifically for the show, though, and it was written, the lyrics, by the writers for the show, David Crane, Marta Kaufman, and Allie Willis.
I did not know that. How does that go? How does the song go? I almost got her, you guys.
You did. But there was one thing I did find that was interesting is that the pilot episode for Friends, they used the song Shiny Happy People by REM.
Oh.
And they went to REM and asked them if they would do the theme song, and they said no. So then they got the Rembrandts to do it.
That's funny. Do you think REM regrets it?
No.
No,
No.
really?
Yeah. They're so, I don't, anti-corporate.
Fair enough. Yes.
Making a statement. I think that the lead singer, Michael, oh gosh, what's his last name now? I'm blanking. He probably is kind of like why am I Dave Grohl from Foo Fighters, Nirvana, and where they're a little stuck up about music, just a smidge.
Yeah.
Where like a little like they
A
Foo
little
Fighters would,
elitist kind of.
yes, the Foo
Yeah.
Fighters would never let them use their songs in Glee, and I'm like, get over yourself.
I agree. I fully agree. He was so great. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Yeah.
People are enjoying your music. You're sharing your music to like a new generation. Why would you not want to do that?
Right. Yeah, and have a fun rendition to it too. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah. I agree.
Because of Glee, the Journey had to come back.
Hell yeah. I didn't like Don't Stop Believing until Glee's version. I was like, wait, I get it. You know? Before I was like, white people really like the song. But then after Glee, I was like, I really like the song. Yeah. When Don't Stop Believing gets on, yeah, you cannot stop me.
Yeah, that one actually is really good. Oh my gosh, I had a bug on my microphone.
Oh, that was very nice.
It's just a little stink bug. It's fine. But now it's on his back. Okay. During that Good American Family, I actually was probably the last episode I watched. The episode ends with a kids bop version of Dancing on My Own.
No way. Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
Was it terrible?
Actually, it was kind of good.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
but they only played like the beginning, so
yeah,
it
That's
might
such a
have
good
gotten worse from
song.
there.
Okay. Yeah, that makes me nervous.
I thought it was
But
funny
it
they used the
sounds
Kid
good.
Pops version though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, is it bad? Did it I don't think it has bad words, but I don't know. I'm not gonna sing it out for everybody.
yeah. I don't think it does. After Friends, we have Seventh Heaven.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
It's 1996,
Okay. Fair enough.
and the song I didn't see that it had a title. I think it was just called Seventh Heaven theme song. It was written specifically for the show, and it was by Dan Folliart and Stephen Plunkett.
Okay.
Yeah. This one's good. The All That theme song
Yes. I have that
by
written down.
TLC.
Yes.
Which that's like wild if you think about it, because 1996, I mean, that was when TLC was like almost at their, I would say 1995 was probably when they like really broke through. So within that same time,
to get
they're doing
them.
the theme song.
Yeah, I know. But Nickelodeon had a pool. Like they around that time they had a lot of great like musicians do theme songs, and you're just like, how?
Well, okay, so I do have a theory / I know it's not a theory. I just haven't done enough research to really map it out. But you know how certain bands will go and play on late night shows, and then certain bands will go and perform for SNL and these types of things. And I believe that the specific ones they do is because the company that owns that network also owns probably a record label, and they're trying to promote that specific artist, or they're contractually obligated to do it.
Yeah. Okay, I get what you mean.
So maybe like TLC, because if it was Nickelodeon, Universal owned, does still, I'm assuming, own Nickelodeon. Universal, I'm sure, owned some record label. And I wonder if like when they signed TLC, there was like a little thing that was like, do a theme song for one of our new shows.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I can see that. It's always a deal being made. And it's always the corporation getting the upper hand on the little guys. So probably.
But that's an amazing theme song. And I can hear it in my head right now. And I can,
You can sing it too. Don't be shy.
No, I can't. One day you'll hear me singing and be like, you know what, Chelsea? You do. Yeah. Please stop.
I would never. I will love it. I will welcome it with open arms whenever you feel ready to share.
Well, the next one I also is kind of the same thing, but I don't know if I said this about the All That. It again was specifically written for the show, and it's just called the All That theme song.
Oh, okay. I love that.
Yeah. Then we move on to 1996 again with Dawson's Creek, and that is Paula Cole. I Don't Want to Wait.
Okay. That's
And
a
that
good one. I don't know.
was not written specifically for a show. It was pulled off one of her albums.
Okay.
I didn't write which one though. Yeah, that song, I very much. You remember? I definitely downloaded stuff on LimeWire, but when iTunes first came around, you remember you get like a $10 iTunes gift card,
Yes.
and so you would either have to buy one album or 10 songs.
Yeah.
So I would buy individual songs to maximize my music, and I know for a fact that I Don't Want to Wait was one of those songs.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Maximize your music.
I mean, you
That
had
makes sense,
to.
though. No, that makes sense.
I also have on here Sex in the City.
You think that's iconic?
Again, I can hear it in my head. I think that it's, if you play it, people would know it's associated with pretty.
No, it is. Yeah.
And because it's used kind of in parodies too as well.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. You are. I just didn't put it down because I thought I just watched it a lot. So but I guess that's also the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cultural.
Yeah, it is. It is. But then, yeah, it is. Is it more so the theme song or is it the video of it all? That's also where I got caught up doing this. I'm like, did I just like all of it or just the song, you know?
Well, I don't really like the song. I just know it.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I'm getting very specific.
I don't, for that one, I don't know if I think the video part of it as much, because in the movies they use the theme song and they don't have the same video intro to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so, and I think if anything, they play it while they are going into the movie, right? So you I think you see the characters doing different things while it's playing, and so
it's not just Carrie
doing
this and that. Yeah,
that one was 1998 and written by Douglas J. Cuomo.
Oh wow, my man.
Yeah,
profiting off women. I'm kidding.
Well, yeah. And then we have As Told by Ginger.
Yay!
2001.
Yay!
So the song is I'm in Between. It was performed by Macy Gray, but it was actually written by Jared Faber and Emily Kapnick.
Oh wow. I thought Macy wrote it too.
Yeah, she might have helped with some of the lyrics, but they said that they were the writer because it again was written specifically for the show.
Okay.
And she agreed to record it. And Emily Kapnick is also involved in a couple of different shows, and one of them was Subugatory. Which, have we talked about that show yet?
No. Did you watch it?
Yeah,
I loved it. Did you like
it? I did too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God, that was just that period of TV too was just so fun as well. And they were taking more risks with the network TV. They were, God, let's get back to that.
You know, the Grosse Pointe Garden Society kind of reminds me of Subugatory.
I like that. Yes, I'm with that. Yeah.
I thought about that the first time I watched it. Yeah. But yeah, that song, I will say Macy Gray's voice is one that it grows on you. You know, it's very distinct. Yeah. So, because when that one song she had, what was that really popular song she had?
You'd have to sing it, Chelsea.
I think it's called I Get By, or
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Something about stumbling. Anyway, that song played a lot, but
you hated it?
No, I really started to love it after a while. But when it first started coming out, I was like, okay,
I try, huh?
I try.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that again they got that artist for that TV show is wild.
I like amazing. Yeah, one of my favorite theme songs ever.
Yeah. It's, again, here at my head right now.
Yeah, me too.
The next one I have is Gilmore Girls.
Oh
It
wait, well, what year is that? Because I
well,
have
okay,
one for
so
2001.
2000. Okay, so it's probably around 2001. I did put down the year that the song was written because
Uh-huh.
that one was performed by Carole King, called Where You Lead. It was written in 1970, so it wasn't obviously
Oh,
specifically for the show, and it was written by
okay,
Tony Stern.
okay,
So,
okay.
what show do you have for 2001?
I have Proud Family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that one was written and sung by Destiny's Child and Solange. And
Yes, I
I
forgot
just
about
think,
that.
yeah, it's like in that category of TLC and Macy Gray.
Mm-hmm.
It's an amazing pool of, you look back, and they were big then too, but I guess they're bigger now. But yeah, it's just crazy that they did a theme song, because you could not get Beyonce to do a theme song now ever.
No, I mean
Mm.
Destiny's Child. I would say Destiny's Child when that song came out was huge.
Yeah.
Not as big as Beyonce is now, though. And yeah, like you're saying, Beyonce would never,
Mm-mm.
never.
No, you'd have to give her 100% of those royalties or whatever to make
And
it
even
worth your
then,
time. Yeah.
I don't,
No,
I
I
don't know if she's going
agree.
to be doing that.
I agree. But yeah, Proud Family 2001 with all the girls.
Yeah,
I love
I
that
forgot.
song.
That was a good one. That's a good call. I totally forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get to Gilmore Girls. We got 2002, The OC,
Yes.
California. It was
California.
performed by Phantom Planet, but
Mhm.
it was written by Jason Schwartzman.
Yes.
Because I forgot he
Which,
was in the band.
yeah, he was. But was it revealed that he's a bad man?
I haven't heard that, but
Okay.
probably.
Safe bet, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it was, but I don't know. It's all right. Great song, great show. I mean,
He
it's
hasn't been
not
in
all
a while.
right,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. But that song, yeah, amazing. It
yeah,
was not for the show. It was on Phantom Planet's second album, and that was another song I 100% spent 99 cents of my $10 on
I was right
iTunes.
there with you. I was there with you. I love that song. I spent all my money on those what's it
Mm,
called?
the
CDs or
mixtapes.
whatever, mixtapes, yeah, for
Yeah.
that show. Yeah, all the indie bands and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's one specific there's tons of them, and that would be a way that I would like find new bands.
Yeah, me too.
There's a band called The Long Winters. They had a song on, I think, season 4. I
Mhm.
don't remember which one of their songs, but they're a really good band, and their lead singer John Roderick has a podcast that Drake and I listen to all the time as well.
Hey, that's really cool.
Connections.
Yeah.
2005, we have The Office.
Okay, can we go to 2004?
Yeah. What do you got?
I had to put That's So Raven. Just did. Written and sung by Raven Simone herself.
Oh, okay. I remember she sang
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, she wrote it too, apparently. So I said Google. And I just think it's, again, iconic. I feel like we all know it. It's so simple. It's called the That's So Raven theme song. So yeah. And then I also had, and this was just a weird pull because I was in the space of Disney Channel, Phil of the Future.
I don't think I knew that one.
No?
I knew the show, but I don't know the theme
Yeah.
song.
Okay. Kind of goes, well, does it go? I should have YouTubed it just to make sure. But in my head, it's like Phil of the future. Na, 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 na,
Okay,
Phil,
yes.
right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And as I was just going through, thinking and then looking it up, I was like, that out of all the other Disney shows, this one stuck to me the most. And that was written by John Adair and Steve Hampton and performed by Lauren Ellis and Drew Davis.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you happen to know how old Raven was when she was in That So Raven?
That's a great question.
Because
Mm-mm.
she was playing a high schooler.
Yeah. I want to say she was younger than 16. You think she was older?
I think because isn't she like almost 40 now? I think
So
she's older than I am, and so if that's the case, then
1985. When were you
yeah. So
born?
she's 5 years older than me. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She's actually so she would have been in 2004. Is that you said when the theme song was?
Well, yeah, 4. Let's say 4. Yeah, 4.
So she would have been 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that
Okay,
makes
so
more
not as
more sense.
old. I
Mm-mm.
feel like she's always look like okay. She looked like a little itty bitty kid when she was on the Cosby Show,
Yes.
just cute little Ruby. And
Yes.
then I feel like by the time that she was on That's So Raven, she just
Yeah.
I don't want to say she looked like a 30. She just looked like an adult,
Older.
and
Yeah.
she's
Yeah.
kind of looks exactly the same. She's
Yeah.
beautiful and like I don't think it's aged today. So
No, yeah, I agree. I think yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
I was
Yeah.
just wondering if it was one of those things where when I was watching it, I was thinking, oh yeah, this is a 16-year-old, and then it was actually like 25, but
Yeah,
19
yeah.
is not that's not
No.
too bad.
I knew she was a teenager. I just didn't know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, how much of a teen. But she would definitely it was definitely not like a Miley Cyrus situation. Like Miley was that young.
Mm-hmm.
That young. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, then we have The Office. That was 2005, and that was by Jay Ferguson. And I did forget. Let's see if I can do it really quickly. There were other song options that they were going to use,
Mhm.
and they were actually like recognizable songs. So let's see if I can pull them back up.
There are no lyrics in that, huh? The
Mm-mm.
Office. Yeah.
No. Okay. So these were the other song options that they were thinking about using, and they were
Okay.
like actual songs. One's called "Better Things" by the Kinks,
Okay.
"Float On" by Modest Mouse, and "Mr. Blue Sky" by the Electric Light Orchestra.
Okay. I need to listen to all those songs to see.
Yeah, it's it's so funny because like I can't imagine it not being that theme song. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't know.
agree. And it sounds like the others had lyrics, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of like that it doesn't have lyrics.
It's so iconic
Yeah, it is.
now, obviously.
Yeah.
Then I have in 2010 30 Rock.
Yes, you were
That
not
theme.
going to leave that out.
Um, what I also think is really interesting is that it was written by Jeff Richman, who's Tina Fey's husband.
No
And
way.
he does a lot of music for stuff that she's involved in. Like I think he helped write the Mean Girls musical.
No. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So I think that's always funny that they work together a lot and I think he did all the music for 30 Rock.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great deal, honestly.
And he's in a couple episodes too if you see him. It's funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
He's in the background. He usually plays the like band leader for TGS.
okay. Wow. That's cool.
Now we're gonna go to the one theme song slash opening credits, opening title sequence for a TV show that I never, ever, ever, ever skip. And also I've downloaded this song, not more recently, but it's the What We Do in the Shadows theme song.
Okay. I was so nervous. I was
It's
like, ooh. Okay.
it's called You're Dead by Norma Tanega, Tanega.
Tanija.
Yeah.
One of the two.
It was written in 1966 and it's off of her album called Walkin' My Cat Named Dog. I just really
Okay.
like that title.
Yeah. That's
But
funny.
yeah, that opening sequence is it just fits the show so well. It's a fun song. It's gets you in the mood for the show because again, you're dead, vampires,
Yeah.
It's really good. And they have all these like pictures because vampires, live for hundreds of years. So they have all the characters, like they have oil paintings of them, and then they have pictures of them in the 80s in New York, and then more recent photos, and it's fun.
Just well done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love a good opening credit
Mm-hmm.
sequence. Like, I love it so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Then the last TV show one that I have is Severance. I think that's pretty. I think it's very distinct, I would say,
Yeah,
and especially
it
the
is.
visuals too, which
I'm
was something
surprised
that
you
you.
left White Lotus out, actually.
Well, I thought about it, but since it changed and I don't like it,
All right.
I didn't.
Fair.
I did think about it though.
Okay.
I did.
Severance
Severance.
is a good one.
Yeah, it's written by Theodore Shapiro, and it was in 2022 is when he wrote it. He also did a bunch of other movies, and I listed some of them because I thought they were really funny. Because he did Severance, which was such a serious show, and that song is very, I feel like, contemplative. You know, it's
Yeah.
But he did the music for Wet Hot American Summer,
Okay.
Old School,
Okay.
30 Going on 30, 13 Going on 30,
30. Yeah.
which actually I just rewatched. It holds up, very cute.
Yes.
The Devil Wears Prada.
What?
And Tropic Thunder, which was also directed by Ben Stiller.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. I was gonna say, is that the only Ben Stiller connection he has out of all his other credits?
He did The Secret Life of Walter Mitty as well.
Okay.
I think those were the three.
Yeah. I guess that's the great thing about Severance, though, or the interesting thing about Severance is I feel like on paper, it's like comedic, like it has comedic people involved, but it's a serious show. And I think that's the pull, right? Like that's what we find so cool about it. Yeah.
I think so. And I think that's what the humor that is in it, it's carried a lot by the actors. They do such a great job of bringing it out because it is pretty low level humor. It's not, there's not a lot of it.
Yeah. And it takes like a great comedic actor to do that. Yeah. I agree.
The last one I was going to mention, though, which actually you could fill some more information, is our theme song. Which was written by your friend, right?
Yeah. But before we do, I thought about this one.
Okay.
And I do, and it's no lyric, but Game of Thrones to me is also pretty iconic.
Okay. Yes. And like you're saying, the visual of it, that intro, and there's so many TV show intros that are so similar now.
Yes, they copy. Yes, I agree. And that's why I ultimately wanted to mention it too, because I was like, I think they set a standard, or they opened up a new world for other TV shows to, do something similar. And I think that makes them iconic. And
I think, that's a good one.
Yeah. I feel like we don't want to give, it's like Game of Thrones is like the child that was meant to be this amazing thing and then like let us down at the end, so we don't like to talk about it or whatever.
Yeah, how much we loved it.
Yeah. And how much it let us down, but they did some things really well, and I think the theme song was an opening credit was one of them.
Did you look it up to see who did it?
I did not. Let me see real quick. What is it's called Game of Thrones main title theme. Songwriters Ramin Djawadi.
Okay.
Yeah, just one person.
Is that a lady?
Yeah. It was composed by no, it's a man.
Oh.
He's Iranian German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And David and DB Wise approached him directly.
Oh. And
he's the only one involved in it, actually.
Has he done other stuff if they approached him directly that we like?
Great question. He scored films such as Clash of the Titans, Pacific Rim, Warcraft, A Wrinkle in Time, Iron Man, and Eternals.
Okay, yeah.
And then television series Prison Break, Person of Interest, Jack Ryan, Westworld. Okay. Yeah.
That checks out.
Yeah. That's funny. Interesting. Cool. And our theme song. Back to the one that matters.
Most important one.
Well, I gave my friend Matt, who is actually a musician, and wow, I guess he's getting a shout out. He as a musician went to high school with him. Well, the high school I went to in America was for like the last 2 years. Went to the same high school. I think he makes great music. You guys should look him up on iTunes. But his name on iTunes or any music, whatever, it's like M-A. Let me look it up real quick.
Like it's, oh, yeah, never mind.
It's Matt, but with 5 T's at the end. So M-A, 5 T's at the end. And when we were thinking up this podcast, I was like, who do I think would get the vision or like the sound of what I'm trying to go for? And I knew he would. So I reached out and he was down. I did promise him a cut on whatever when we start to do make a profit.
So right now he gets the cut out of $0. So
exactly.
we're fulfilling our promise.
But it was really cool. I explained kind of the inspirations of what I've liked hearing in other podcasts or other songs and stuff like that, and sent it to him and he got it. And then with the lyrics, we actually did it together. Like he sent me his thing and then I just rearranged it a little bit.
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then he figured it out. Musicians are so cool. I don't know. I mean, you're married to one too.
Yeah, but I don't. Did he sing it as well?
Yeah, Matt sang
Okay.
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Drake is a musician and he's very great. And I got to see him on Sunday. What I don't get though is half the time he uses headphones. So I don't hear anything. Or what he does is he just repeats the same chorus over and over because that's the part that he's trying to learn. So I only hear like 10 seconds of songs. Just over and over.
Like at home, like when he's practicing?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On Sunday, he just played the 10 seconds over and over.
Yeah. I'm like, wow, what a forgiving crowd.
So it's always
like a forgiving wife.
Yeah. When we first started dating, he would play, again, he just repeats parts of songs that he doesn't know and he's trying to learn. And so I was like, okay, well, I recognize that part of the song, but can he actually play the whole song? Because I'd never heard him play an entire song. He can very much. And we play this game that's, I haven't done it in a while, but it's really fun, is he could actually do this on SNL. It's so good. I will mention a song and I'll tell him to play it in a different style. So I think like one of the last ones he did that was like really, really, really good was I asked him to play Margaritaville like Bob Dylan.
That's funny. And he did. That's funny.
Spot on. Yeah. He's so good at it.
Yeah. Matt actually does a similar thing on his Instagram. If you guys want to check out his Instagram too, you can.
Which is in our show notes.
Yes. And he does like a cover of a well-known song, but like in a different style format.
Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think it shows like some musicians, you can just tell they have humor with the music they make, or I don't know how they come about stuff. And Matt's one of those people. So
I think you did an amazing job. I have gotten multiple compliments on it, and people are like, who did that theme song? Like, so great. And I'm like, oh, Ellen's doing that. Yeah.
Nice. Yay. Shout out to you, Matt. That's really great. He also just released a song, so you guys should listen to it. Again, MAT 5 times on any streaming platform and on Instagram.
Do you have any other theme songs?
I do not. You covered all the ones I had, and then I added on.
Yeah, you brought in some good ones.
But that's all I had. I love theme songs, and yeah. Would it be after I was done? I did think of like opening credit title sequences. Would it be dumb if our next topic was that? Would it be redundant? Less than dumb.
You mean like the visual part of it?
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. It could be a nice little add-on.
Yeah.
because I mean those are very much different. I think they play together well, or they can sometimes, though they don't always. And
Yeah.
I'd be curious to do a little bit of research on that and think about it.
Okay, cool. Usually we talk about this stuff outside of everyone listening, but everyone's heard it. So if we do it, cool. If we don't get at us. It is what it is.
No, and they're all super excited about next week's episode and the title sequences, so we can't change it now.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, then let's move on to the press release section. I did look at the new TV guide because it's out, and I pulled our horoscopes again because last time they were really helpful.
Were they?
Well, we both listened to them, or they kind of came true, right?
Yeah, true. The theme, it was a yes. I'll agree to that.
So I felt like, you know what? Let's see what TV Guide's telling us is in our future.
Okay.
So Libra, it says, in case you didn't get the memo, the April full moon in your sign means it really is turnaround time for you. What or who do you need to leave behind to have a happier life? This is a healing time for your relationships. Aim for that, and most of all, seek healing. That's kind of mean, but yeah. Seek healing.
Right. Okay. I know there's a lot of things wrong with me. I'm working on it. Okay.
Mine's also same thing. It says Mars moves Leo. Mars moves into your sign for the first time in 2 years. On the one hand, that is great if you've been lacking energy or motivation. Expect to feel far more fired up, but be careful it doesn't send you into overdrive. Pace yourself in all things.
Okay. Just like
pace yourself. Sure.
Oh, these horoscopes. They're so like, I don't know what the word for it is. Just very, that's the only sound that I could make.
Do you use CoStar, the app?
I do not, because it was getting to me.
I love it so much, though. I love it so much because the things it tells you to do, or, you know, like what for that day are so, but last week it told me to go with greasy hair, and I was like, fine, I just won't wash my hair today. And I told Drake, yeah, it said dues, greasy hair.
Okay.
And so I was like, fine. And so I told Drake, I was like, my horoscope told me not to wash my hair, so I didn't. He just looked at me like, I was like, oh, why not?
And there's nothing more than the boys love than us talking about horoscopes and listening to horoscopes. God, they think it's the dumbest thing ever. It's so funny to me. It's so fun. Life is too serious, you know? Yeah.
What do we always say? It's not that serious.
Exactly. Exactly. It's not. Take it or leave it. Have fun with it. That's it. That's so funny though.
What do you have for the press release this week?
I saw yesterday Serena's executive producing a TV show about a tennis drama. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. It's called Carrie Sato is Back, and it's a tennis drama series and works at Netflix. And apparently it's about an older tennis player coming out of retirement. And when this got announced, because she posted it on an Instagram story, and then a press release happened on every like Variety, Deadline, and all that stuff, and everyone's comments were kind of like, is she hinting at something? Is it like is she okay, basically like, is she planning a comeback? But I don't think so. I just think it's a fun tennis drama series that she could invest her money into, and I think that's cool, and I'm looking forward to it.
She's married to Jack Dorsey, right? The guy that made Twitter.
No, married to the guy that made Reddit, Alex.
Oh yes, yeah,
okay.
yeah. That's it. I knew it's one of, but I thought it was her that was married to that guy, but then I was like, maybe it's, yeah. Anyway, Did they say who else was involved in it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's just yeah, she's involved. It's apparently it's based off of novels, which I will probably read.
Yeah. Maybe that's one that we could do, the read the book and then
Ooh,
watch the series.
series. Yeah, that would be
I
cool.
like that. That's interesting. I feel like with her, she kind of stays relevant, and she is always just really funny every time I see anything
Yeah,
online about her. I'm like, damn, she's just funny.
she
She
is.
doesn't seem to take herself very seriously either.
No, she really doesn't. No, she really doesn't. What interests me so much about her is how like everybody loves her, and like everybody who don't like, from Taylor Swift to be like people who don't even probably like each other, but they do like her, and she's invited to like everybody's weddings. Or does that make sense? And I'm just like, how, like Meghan Markle, I'm just like, how are you beloved by all these people? But it just maybe it's probably just a testament to who she really is. She really is so
Yeah.
beloved. Yeah.
There are certain people, that people just, I've, nobody would ever say a bad word about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
Exactly.
one of those people.
It's all right. I'm not either. I have made enemies. And that's okay.
Do you have anything else?
The only other one is I did want to talk to you about this because just like how, you know, we now like whisper Game of Thrones, I feel like we now like whisper Harry Potter because of JK. Dumbass. I hope we don't get sued. Um but
We could
we
be
can
talking
cut
about
that out
J.K.
if you need to.
Simmons.
That's true. That's true. I love him though. But they did finish casting the TV series.
Mm.
And if you guys want to check that out, you should. And some interesting choices made. And I did want to ask you if you're looking forward to the TV series because I know you're a Harry Potter head. Okay.
No, I don't. I think we just don't need it right now.
Yeah.
And I would rather, and I actually really mean this, I think I would rather get a Twilight TV show than a Harry Potter
Wow.
TV show.
Wow.
Now, I don't think the Twilight TV show would be very good, but I think I would
Mm-mm.
like it, just like the movies. So,
Okay. That's so funny.
but I do think I love the idea of the books becoming shows because I think there's so much in the movies that
yes.
they had to cut out because they're movies instead, and there's a lot more in the book.
Runtime. Yeah.
But it just feels too soon for some reason.
I agree. I think we were the generation that we're still too young. Like we grew up with it, and we are still pretty young. Like most of us are still 30s, I would say, maybe early 40s. But I would say
Even
that,
mid 30s ish.
yeah,
30s to
yeah. And I think that's still relatively like it's still fresh in our minds. Like the cast of it all, Daniel, Emma, like all of it, Rupert, like everything is just too fresh still.
Yeah.
So I agree.
How do you feel about the casting for Snape?
I will not be surprised if he doesn't drop out.
Oh, okay.
No, I will not be surprised if he does drop out. Is that the right way?
Yeah,
Basically, I'm worried for his mental health around it all, like for going into it.
Because you think it'd be too much pressure. There's too much kind of going against him.
Because so for everybody who doesn't know, I want to get his name right. I love him as an actor. Papa Esidu, maybe he's Canadian. He got cast as Snape, and he's a black man, a black Brit. So it's like a British whatever thingy anyway. But I just think there will be a lot of racism towards him. I really do.
From the audience?
Yeah, from the audience. Yeah, especially because Snape is meant to be mean, and you know what I mean?
That's the only problem that I have. Because, I mean, I think the books really are, they don't describe the character's physical appearance that much, you know? And so
Yeah.
the race part is not the issue. It is, though, that Snape has a pretty distinct look, even in the books, because he's supposed to have long, black, greasy hair and like a very pointy
Yes.
nose, and he's supposed to be
Yes.
mean and this man is very handsome and
Yes.
I'm sure could have a stern face, but I'm just
Yes.
like,
He
we
can
haven't
definitely
looked.
pull it off. He
Yeah,
can. Like
it's
the things I've seen him in, he's great. Like he can be that. I'm pretty sure he's in a Black Mirror episode, and if you saw that episode, you would get it. Like you'd be
okay.
like, oh, I can see him as Snape. But yeah, the audience, I don't think they'll welcome him with open arms. Especially because I feel like we all didn't like Snape in the beginning anyway. Who's the actor that played him? Shit, he died. My bad.
Alan.
Yes, Rickman.
Yeah, Alan Rickman.
Yes. I'm pretty sure he haunted all our little dreams when we were little. And then, you grew up and then the story changes. You find more about why he is whatever. And then he's like beloved, sure. But in the beginning, it wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe it'll be great. Maybe it'll be a thing to like really. Yeah, I don't know him from anything, so maybe it'll be something to put his name,
Yeah.
out there a little bit more, and it all
Yeah.
works out. But yeah, I think I could see that happening, and that'd be very unfortunate.
Yeah.
But again, I just don't think we really need it now anyway. So
yeah, I don't either. I agree with you. I also is she gonna get credit? Like, is she getting credit for it? By she, I mean the one who will sue us if we mention her. The one who shall not be named.
you mean like is she involved, like as a producer? I don't know. Probably. I'm sure. Well, I really don't know. I hope not.
Yeah. Right. And because Papa, he was, you have seen him. He was in the show with Michaela Cole that I told you to watch.
You know what? Yes, he was, because I do remember now seeing a photo of him and I was like, that's that guy. And I totally forgot that.
Yeah. So he's very much involved with the LGBT community and all that. So I'm very shocked that he signed on to something that would profit her.
Yeah, and he was so sweet in that show, and so I can't imagine him playing Snape.
Yeah, but also Alan Rickman did such a great job. Like it's just him. Like I feel bad for anybody who tries to play, Snape again.
Too soon.
Yeah, I agree. They should have just done what they did with Chadwick Boseman and just not recasted it. Just let it be. That's hung up his jersey in the rafters and let it be.
Yeah. Same with Maggie Smith.
Yeah.
McGonagall.
Yes. Oh my god. Wow. Talk about like two polar opposite characters. You got like Alan Rickman, we were so scared to death with, and then Maggie Smith. I loved her. She was the kind one. She was the one who was like would always make sure the kids were safe, but with a stern hand, but still, yeah.
My friends got a snake and they named it McGonagall.
Really?
Yeah.
A snake?
Uh-huh.
There was a lot of things happening in that sentence. Hold on.
Sorry.
It's okay. Wow. Okay.
Just fun fact. Jason, Maggie. That's we got a snake.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's all I've got. Sorry. I just wanted to ask you about Harry Potter. Do you have anything?
I've been mulling over my thoughts about that in general, and that I'm consistently been thinking, not now.
Yeah. When do you think? Like
10
two more
years.
generations? Okay.
Yeah, like 10 more years before we even start thinking about revisiting. And the thing too is that the Harry Potter world, they've already created this universe like they have with Marvel. So they could have made a show that was based in that universe that didn't have the original characters. They could do Harry's parents. They could do anything. And that the fact that they're choosing to redo the books, I'm just like, okay, whatever.
I agree. But isn't God, we're talking about Harry Potter too much. But what the Wild Beast? No, the one that had Jude
Fantastic
Law.
Beast.
Yeah. Like kind of that journey. Like just do a different.
Yeah. I just feel like there's so many other things. Yeah. You could even do one that's like about the headmistress of of Ravenclaw or Hufflepuff. You know, like the ghost. I mean, there's so much you could have done.
Yeah, I agree.
So.
I get you. It's all right. I will look up if JK is involved and we can mention it in next episode.
Okay. Let's see. I have a couple of things to mention. I noticed there's a show that's called Sherlock Daughter that's going to be on the CW that premieres this Wednesday, April 16th.
Whoa, I will be watching.
I thought you'd be interested in it. I thought you'd be interested.
Thank you for telling me. Yes.
The Rehearsal is also coming back Sunday, April 20th on HBO. Did you watch the first season? I think this is second season.
Yeah, second. Yeah, no, it was too weird for me. I
watched some of it, and I get the premise, and I liked the premise, but it just wasn't for me. I don't know. Yeah. Nathan, was it Freelander, Fieldman, whatever.
Yeah.
He also did that show project with Emma Stone. What was that one called? I don't know.
It was this one. It was The Rehearsal.
No, is it?
Mm-hmm.
The Rehearsal? Double check.
No. Oh, I get you. It was the other one. Yeah. Well, who else was in that?
There's a handful of people. Let me pull him up.
It was like Emma and they were like husband and wife. Sorry, I'm away from my mic. They were like husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
Was it him?
Nathan Fielder. Yeah, he definitely was in it. No, okay, it was a TV show. The Curse.
Yeah. Who was the man lead in that?
I think it was
the male lead.
Benny Safdie, maybe? Is that who you're thinking of?
No, it was someone well known. Oh, it was him.
Oh, Nathan Fielder?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't like that show. It was weird. So anyway, that was a long way to say that.
I agree.
So that's coming back. Andor is coming back Tuesday, April 22nd. Excited about that.
Yeah.
You, the final season, Thursday, April 24th.
Yes. Chelsea, are you doing anything special for that? Are you...
I'm going to shave my whole body to watch it. Have you not seen those memes? That were like... People are like, I was 12 years old shaving my whole body to go to Jonas Brothers concert, like as if I was like going to see them, and also like 12 years old.
That's real though. That's funny. Yeah. All right, I get you. I get it now. Yeah.
I guess it'll all come out at once too. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it's a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, and it's the final season, so.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, are you? I don't know.
Here's the thing. Dr. Robbie's come into the picture, so Joe Goldberg is kind of secondary to me at this point. But maybe I'll be revived on Thursday. We'll see.
Okay, fair.
I do have some more good news for you.
Okay.
School Spirits was renewed.
Hey! Okay. I'm going to watch season 2.
You didn't finish it?
No, I did not. Because I really didn't think it'd get renewed. But I will watch it to see how it ended.
Sad news, though, After Midnight with Taylor Tomlinson got canceled.
Oh, that's sad. How many seasons did it had? 4? 3?
3, I think.
Okay.
Which, I mean, we all know.
Yeah.
Ladies, it wasn't going to make it. And it's so sad. You know, it's...
Yeah.
Hacks is a real thing.
No, it is. The run it had was already impressive in itself. I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hacks is a real thing. God damn. Why can't a woman have a... Why? That's crazy.
I don't know. I mean, I think we could, so maybe we should throw our hats. We could be co-hosts.
We could. I'm for it.
Just like this. There's an article from Variety that was an interview with Noah Weil, and he's talking about the pet. So the title is Noah Weil was nearing a nervous breakdown, then came the pit. It's infuriating. We can't come to a consensus on masks and vaccines. That's the whole title.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a long title. Or maybe that... Anyway, there were 3 things that I took from the interview that just I was like, okay. But people should go read it. It is interesting. It is good. And I think understanding why they did the pit and after he'd already done ER for so long, he explains it really well. And so I like that. But he ordered a vodka martini up with an olive. Love to know that he's a martini guy, just like me. Although I'm a gin martini girly, so
Okay.
but we'll let that slide.
Let that slide. Mm-hmm.
It said so Max hasn't released the audience data for the pit yet, but they say that the show ranks among the top 3 most watched Max series in platform history.
Holy shit.
Which I guess they did clarify by Max, so I guess it
not HBO.
must be, yeah. But still, even, I mean.
Yeah. Fuck, I hate all these whatever, because would Hacks be a HBO show or a Max show?
Probably Max.
Yeah.
Because I think it came out in like 2021, 2022, which I think was
already Max, or it transition. I think it transitioned during that time. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And yeah. It's a big show. People are loving it. That's all you need.
No, it's very impressive. I just hate the fact that HBO had to do all that.
It doesn't make any sense. And now they have the new logo. You know, they spent so much money. They gave some advertising team $1 million+ to be like, give us some rebranding, and they're like, turn it to Max and then make your logo black and white. I could have done that
easily,
and I truly mean that. I could have done that.
Hire her is what she's saying.
The last thing that I put down is he's already in the writer's room and will start shooting again in June, and it's coming back in January 2026.
Yay.
And Max intends for the pit to return. It just says, and I saw this online, every year.
Yes.
Just indefinitely, just every year.
Forever.
And it says the current plan is for season 2 to take place roughly 10 months after the events of season 1.
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. Yeah, and they did reveal what the event is going to be, which is July 4th, like Independence Day, right?
Yeah. So everybody's talking about.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, about like people's hands exploding and stuff.
Yeah. I think that's a lot of material will come out of that day. Mm-hmm. I can already see it.
Yeah, and actually that's because we were talking about, or I was saying earlier, how ER is kind of repetitive because it's the same kind of things every episode. Mm-hmm. I like that, like you're saying, the idea that there's a lot of different things that they could go with that are very specific to summer, 4th of July.
Yes. Yeah.
So it'll make it fresh and feel not just like the same season.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that's true. I'm very excited. And Noah Wild, the PR he's been doing for the show and himself, excellent. No notes. If you're not in love with him and you've been saying this, there's something wrong with you. Because absolutely. And he's aging gracefully. But he's aging. But I'm still very into it. Very into it. Everything he's got going on.
He was 23 when he did ER, which is wild.
Whoa, really?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
That's crazy.
So they also...
Wow, that's young.
I know. And it's wild, too, that he was 23 when he did it, 1995, and he was on it the whole entire time until 2009. So I'm excited to see him age gracefully, too, over those 15 years.
Yeah. Which he was cute.
He was. And I, though... I've said this before, not on here, and I might delete this part. When I was like 25, I was worried that when I was 30 to 35, I would still be attracted to like 21-year-old boys, Yeah. And so for whatever reason, I don't know. I guess because I wasn't really attracted to 35-year-old men at that time. So I was like, I don't know. But now I know that my taste is aging as I'm aging, because I see young Noah Wild, who's 23. I'm like, he is cute, very handsome man. But then I see 58-year-old or 56-year-old Noah Wild, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. There's just something about the well-seasoned man, you just know.
Yes. It's like too when it really hit me, this juxtaposition was in Dune when you had Timothy Chalamet and then Oscar Isaac. And I didn't give a shit about Timothy Chalamet when Oscar Isaac was on that screen.
Agreed. But also Oscar Isaac, like
Yeah.
he will blow a lot of people in Hollywood out the water, like
Yes.
older and young. So I
Yeah.
agree. But I do agree with like his beard and the hair and the little gray coming. Yeah, I agree. Wow. You
And
took me through a journey. That's great.
Timothy Chalamet, like if I was 21 to 25, that is who I would have a celebrity crush on.
Yeah.
But I don't because I'm not. And he's just not my type anymore.
No, they're like you look at them and you're just like, oh, that's a little. Basically, it's like, what are you gonna do for me? Like, you know what I mean?
Well, he could probably do something. He's got a lot of money, so he could at least probably take you on a private jet somewhere.
Sure. Yeah, that he could do like not physical. He could do like monetary things. But what I was getting was the physical thing. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
What could you still got a lot to learn. But then you look at like Noah Weil, you look at Oscar Isaac, and you just know. Yeah. That's all I'll say.
Oscar Isaac was in that show. It was an HBO miniseries with Jessica. Do you remember what it's called?
Yeah. Marriage.
It's not a marriage story because that's the one with Oscar Isaac. Did you watch it?
I did.
Did you like it? It's called Scenes from Marriage. I refuse to watch it because I don't want to associate being sad or upset with looking at him.
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, it was very like it was pretty depressing. It's not like a uplifting thing to watch. Yeah, it's real.
Really liked him in Ex Machina as well.
Yes, agreed.
With Domhnall Gleeson. Which, did you ever watch that Run show on HBO?
The Run show?
Yeah, the one that was by Phoebe Waller. I guess not. The one with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the little miniseries I was telling you about.
No. Yeah. He's not. Wait, who's? Oh, the Gleason guys in that. Yeah. You just said that.
Just making all these mental connections. Well, do you have anything else then for today's?
No, that's it.
All right. Yeah, that's all I got too. So, I guess until next week, y'all.
Bye.
Oh, well. Do we want to announce when we're going to release the Hacks review?
Yes.
Which is going to be next week.
Yes, we do. Yes. Oh. Do you remember what we said?
No. But it's going to be next week. Cool. Just keep an eye out for it next week. Maybe we'll make it we'll make a post on Instagram.
Yes.
To remind people once
we will. Yeah. Okay.
Very official.
But it'll be there next week, we promise.
Yes, it will. All right, well, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Are you watching this? Are you watching this?